Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of manifestation, specifically the law of assumption as taught by Neville Goddard. If you're someone who's curious about how your thoughts and beliefs can shape your reality, you won't want to miss this. This idea has transformed the way many people think about reality and the power of their minds, and it's all thanks to the teachings of Neville Goddard. Now, if you're not familiar with Neville Goddard, he was a philosopher and mystic known for his groundbreaking ideas about how imagination and belief shape our lives. His teachings are centered around the belief that we can create our reality by assuming the feeling of our wishes already fulfilled. The law of assumption is all about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with the reality you want to experience. Neville's work has become extremely popular in the manifestation community because it's simple, practical, and incredibly effective. So if you're ready to learn how to consciously shape your life using this powerful law, you're in the right place. So what exactly is the law of assumption? In simple terms, the law of assumption is the idea that whatever you assume to be true, whether consciously or unconsciously, will eventually manifest in your reality. It's all about the beliefs you hold about yourself, your life, and the world around you. If you assume something to be true and you persist in that assumption, it will become your experience. Now, the core concept behind this is that imagination creates reality. According to Neville Goddard, what you believe, feel, and imagine inwardly is directly reflected in your outer world. So the state of mind you dwell in, the feelings you focus on, and the mental images you hold are all crucial because they shape your experience of life. Here's an example. If you consistently imagine yourself as successful and feel the emotions of already being successful, eventually your external reality will match that assumption. It's all about aligning your inner world with what you want to experience on the outside. So, how is this different from the more popular law of attraction? Well, the law of attraction emphasizes focusing on what you want to attract, believing that like attracts like. It's about drawing positive things into your life by thinking positively. The law of assumption, however, takes it a step further. It's not just about focusing on what you want, but assuming that you already have it. It's about living in the end result, feeling and thinking as though your desire is already fulfilled. Where the law of attraction says, think positively, the law of assumption says, believe and live as if it's already yours. This subtle but powerful difference is what sets the law of assumption apart and makes it so transformative for many people. One of the most important ideas of the law of assumption is the power of your state of mind. Neville Goddard teaches that your dominant state of mind, meaning the thoughts and feelings you dwell on most, directly shapes your reality. If you constantly think of yourself as successful, happy, and abundant, these assumptions will be reflected in your external world. On the other hand, if your dominant thoughts are focused on lack, fear, or doubt, you'll end up manifesting those negative experiences. So the key is to become aware of your inner dialogue and consciously shift it to reflect the reality you want, not the one you fear or dislike. This leads us to the next critical concept, persistence and conviction. To manifest your desires using the law of assumption, it's not enough to just think positively once or twice. You have to persist in the assumption that what you want is already yours. Even when the outside world might seem to show the opposite, you must maintain your inner conviction that the reality you desire is already a fact. Persistence is crucial because it helps to reprogram your subconscious mind. The more you hold on to an assumption, whether it's about love, success, or happiness, the more your subconscious begins to accept it as true. And once your subconscious mind accepts it, your external reality will shift to reflect that belief. So remember, persistence and unwavering belief are the driving forces behind the law of assumption. You have to live in the state of having what you desire, even if your current circumstances suggest otherwise. As Neville often said, you must persist in the assumption that you are already the person you want to be. Over time, with conviction and consistency, that assumption will become your reality. But, how can you actually apply this law in your own life to manifest what you want? Here are some simple steps you can follow. Identify your limiting beliefs. The first step is to become aware of the beliefs that are holding you back. Take some time to reflect on the areas of your life where you feel stuck. What are the thoughts or assumptions you're making about yourself in those areas? Maybe you believe things like I'm not good enough, I'll never be successful, or I'm unlucky in relationships. These are limiting beliefs that keep you from experiencing the life you want. Once you've identified them, you can begin to change them. Visualize the desired outcome. Next, you need to get clear on what you want to manifest. Take some time to really visualize your desired outcome. Imagine it in as much detail as possible. See yourself in the situation you want, whether it's a new job, a healthy relationship, financial success, or anything else. What does it look like? More importantly, what does it feel like? Visualization is a powerful tool because it trains your mind to focus on the reality you want to create. Assume the feeling of already having it. Now, here's where the law of assumption really comes into play. Instead of just thinking about what you want, you need to assume the feeling of already having it. Imagine that your desire has already come true. How would you feel if you were already living your dream life? Maybe you'd feel confident, happy, relaxed, or grateful. The key is to embody those feelings now, even before your physical reality changes. Neville Goddard teaches that when you align your emotions with the reality you desire, you're telling your subconscious mind that this is already your truth. And when your subconscious accepts it, your outer world will start to reflect that assumption. Maintain the assumption, no matter what. This is the most challenging step, but it's also the most important. You have to persist in the assumption that your desire is already yours, regardless of what your current circumstances look like. Even if your reality seems to be the complete opposite, don't fall back into doubt or negative thinking. Stay firm in your belief and continue to feel as though you've already achieved your goal. Remember, your outer world is just a reflection of your inner world. It might take time for your external circumstances to catch up with your new beliefs, but if you stay consistent and maintain that inner feeling, your reality will eventually shift to match your assumption. By following these steps, you can apply the law of assumption in a practical way and begin manifesting the life you truly want. Remember, it's all about persistence, faith, and living from the state of having what you desire. Once you start believing it inwardly, it's only a matter of time before it shows up in your outer reality. To really understand the power of the law of assumption, let's look at some of Neville Goddard's success stories. One of the most famous examples he shared was about a woman who wanted to move into a specific apartment building in New York. It seemed impossible at first, the apartments were fully occupied, and she didn't have enough money. But instead of focusing on those obstacles, she used the law of assumption. Every night before bed, she imagined herself living in the apartment, feeling the walls, walking through the rooms, and assuming it was already hers. Within a few weeks, a series of unexpected events unfolded. One of the tenants suddenly moved out, and through a friend's connection, she was able to secure the apartment at a much lower rent than usual. Her assumption that she already lived there became her reality. Another powerful story is from Neville's own life. He was eager to travel from New York to Barbados, but didn't have the funds. Instead of worrying, he assumed he was already on the ship, feeling the tropical breeze and smelling the ocean air. Soon after, his brother unexpectedly sent him a ticket, and the trip came together effortlessly. These examples show how, by living in the assumption of your desired reality, seemingly impossible situations can turn around in your favor. Alright, so to wrap things up, the law of assumption is all about believing that what you desire is already yours. By assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled and persisting in that belief, you can create the reality you want. It's not about waiting for things to change on the outside, it's about changing your inner world first and watching the outer world follow. Now, I encourage you to try this for yourself. Take some time to identify your limiting beliefs, visualize your desired outcome, and assume that it's already true. Be patient and persistent, and you might just be surprised by how things start to shift in your life. If you've ever experienced manifestation through your beliefs, I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and share your story. And if you're interested in learning more about manifestation and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.